It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, June 24th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Friday morning, June 24th, 2016. Here are your news top story at 8 a.m. is London, where Britain's 2.2 million financial industry workers face years of uncertainty and risk of thousands of job cuts to the country voted to quit the European Union, leaving question marks over London's status as Europe's premier financial center. A look at the final results from the BBC. Leave with 51.9% of the votes, or 17,410,742 of the votes. Remain 48.1%, 16,141,241 votes. The latest on the referendum. The UK vote to leave the European Union. Two Labour MPs submit motion of no confidence as leader Jeremy Corbyn. According to Sturgeon Option, a second Scottish independence referendum on the table. David Cameron will step down as Prime Minister by October, and volatility can be expected, but Bank of England well prepared. Brussels. European Council President Donald Tusk pressured Friday that the EU's 27 remaining member nations would remain unified despite Britain's decision to leave, even though the future of the bloc is uncertain. Turnberry, Scotland. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump celebrated Britain's Senate vote to leave the European Union Friday in Ayrshire, Scotland, saying that people of the United Kingdom have taken their country back. Business and unions after this created public policy, but after the Supreme Court vote on immigration issue. On Thursday, company executives and labor leaders united to call the Congress had settled on the issue. Hundreds of firefighters were headed to the communities around Isabel Lake in Central California on Friday. The Battle of Fresco and wildfire that destroyed 80 homes and furthered over 1,000 more, officials said. Two Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies were shot Thursday night in Bellflower, and the residents of 1 square mile area were asked to shelter the place during the search of the gunman early on Friday. Later, Kim Jong-un confronted the U.S. military bases across the Pacific after North Korea's test of a powerful new missile triggered emergency UN Security Council attacks late Wednesday on Kerbin. Pyongyang's nuclear program. A masked gunman stormed a German cinema Thursday afternoon, taking hostages before he was killed by a police official said. The rifle-wielding man entered the cinema in Bernheim near Frankfurt in western Germany shortly before 3 p.m. Dublin, Northern Ireland's deputy leader Martin McGuinness called for a vote to unite two sides at the Irish border on Friday. As talks tumbled, the damage economic political fallout from Britain's decision to quit the EU were immediately. Jakarta, Manila, Indonesia said on Friday had hauled on coal shipments to the Philippines will remain in place until Manila could secure its waters. Up to 7 Indonesian sailors were kidnapped, the latest in a string of abductions. London, the value of the British pound fell by more than 10% Friday, and the leading stock indexes fell in the wake of Britain's decision to leave the EU. London, the Scottish National Party hinted at a move toward the independence vote and said fine, called for the vote on the year's default and the Brexit vote. South Carolina woman says she killed her two children so they can be reincarcerated in a better world. As mom who killed kids in reincarceration case gets life. The desperate search for a 4-year-old boy who was swept away by floodwaters in West Virginia is expected to resume Friday as a dangerous weather has already claimed the lives of 2 others. And an American candidate for Congress in Tennessee has been swept in a wave of criticism for his campaign billboard vowing to make America white again. Baltimore officer Caesar Goodson was driving a police van decided which Freddie Gray suffered a fatal neck injury last April has been found not guilty of second-degree depraved heart murder by Baltimore City Circuit Court Judge. Los Angeles, New York. Senator Bernie Sanders' party would continue to fight to move his party and country to the left because political and social revolutions continue. U.S. stock futures fell more than 3% in pre-market trading on Friday after Britain's vote to quit the European Union delivered the biggest shock to the global financial system since the 2008 financial crisis. San Francisco, the U.S. Federal Reserve already decided on what not to raise interest rates now has one more raise rate. Britain's vote on Thursday to leave the European Union. China's first model development bank approved its first project on Friday and gathered in the shareholders for the annual meeting in Beijing this week. London, World Sox Center, one of the biggest slips of the record on Friday as decision by Britain to leave the European Union triggered 8% falls from Europe's biggest bonuses and a record plunge for sterling. Montreal, as the economy stumbles under the pressure of the low crude oil prices, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said he was working to build a vibrant middle class. Tasha Yubis with more than $30 billion in the new project investments with China tap. The British exit from the EU might not mean much to the British and Russia, a financial official said. Kimball, Uganda. Uganda could remedy overall its economy with the right management policies in place at the top oil starts fund in 2018, the World Bank said. Take a look at the stocks now up 230.24%, 18,011.07, SP 500, 2113.32, and NASDAQ 4,910.04. In local news, for the first time ever, a local basketball player has been drafted by the NBA team. Jake Layman, 22, a native resident 2012 graduate of King Philip Regional High School, was taken in the second round of Thursday's NBA draft by the London Magic. The University of Maryland graduate was the 47th player taken overall of 60 picks in the 2000 NBA draft. Some published reports indicate that Layman would be traded to the Trail Blazers. The pick came just before midnight, and while a commercial was being shown on ESPN that was broadcast live from New York with the draft. Earlier mock draft had Layman picked by Orlando at number 47. Atterbury, the fate of one of the city's most controversial budgets in recent years, hung in the balance was the still settled in sight of the approach of midnight. Went that the Boston Red Sox famously grew beards in the root room. The win in their 8th World Series championship 2013 as Red Cup, tickled by Yuri Beard, supported as cancer fact. Plainville won the Los Angeles League last Casey and Gambling in 2011. In Massachusetts, lawmakers said they want to create jobs and raise tax revenue. As 1 year out, Planning Bridge Clark considered to deliver tax revenue jobs. Boston, a Suffolk County corrections officer pleaded not guilty to charge of department sexual contact with an inmate, 29-year-old. Marlon Jumbo was arraigned on Thursday and stopped outside the bail was set at $20,000 in cash. Prosecutors say surveillance footage from May 10th shows Jumbo entered the female inmate cells in the Suffolk County House of Corrections at South Bay. They say the video shows Jumbo exited the cell about 15 minutes later with his belt unbuckled. The inmate allegedly told authorities that she and Jumbo had sex while he was in her cell. South Hadley, Massachusetts authorities say a 26-year-old South Hadley man was killed in Chicopee and women in West seriously hurt in an all-terrain vehicle crash at a wooded trail near Skinner State Park. Hubble Space Telescope was compared to new dark vortex and Neptune. The new feature can be seen on the right and blue light, while the companion clouds can be seen at left. A new squeeze vacuum source can make gravitational waves detectors sensitive enough to study neutron stars. Two Barbary Bucky grouped in older field center and left where it sings and record effects research have found more picky behavior among older monkeys. Smokers in some states can still find plenty of places to spread secondhand smoke nerves on new study finds. So Element had a jaw surgery in December and she went away at the procedure to correct the serious overbite was a success. According to Houston Methodist Sugarland Hospital, the file photos shows that a rate of prescription drugs as recent studies have been showed an association between the free meals that doctors have given by pharmaceutical companies increased prescription for certain expected big-name drugs. An 18-year-old girl from Ohio died from a brain-eating anemia. I believe it affected her during a church trip to Charlotte, North Carolina, health officials said. Peter Chell News Time, 808 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for Sport Report. The Boston Red Sox snapped the three-game losing streak with an 8-7 10-inning victory over the Chicago White Sox. Tonight, the Red Sox will be down in Texas. In Austin, Texas, for date with the Texas Rangers game time, 8:05 p.m. New York, Oklahoma City Thunder general manager Sam Presti has always had a clear plan to convince Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook to arrange with the franchise for the long term to possibly sustain success. With the 2016 NBA draft completion of books, the first month of NBA offseason over, as teams no doubt look to focus on the free agency to improve the rosters. Closely was in pursuit Kevin Durant and Dirk Nowitzki. Peter Chell News Time is now 8:09 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a travel report and a transit report. Let's study out down in Rhode Island, where 395 on a southbound side in slow start, Route 130 in Balltown, Connecticut. 95, a little slow down in Pawtucket, area, then hit the brakes again from Brett Seven to Providence to downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, and then so from Route 10 Crescent all the way to downtown Providence. Route 6 10 connector, so from Route 6 to 95 downtown Providence. 146 on both ends, and then so through downtown Providence before Route 95. 195 on the westbound side. It is slow from 114A and East Providence way to downtown Providence. Route 25 on the eastbound side, and then slow before 28 and board. 28 on the northbound side, little slower on the borderway, but the 6 is moving from Sanborn down to Orleans. Out in Boston vicinity, 120 on the northbound side, and then so from Great Plain Avenue all the way at the Route 20 Warfare. Best Park on the eastbound side, and then so from 128 in Western all the way at the Prue Tunnel. Best Park on the westbound side, and then so from Logan Airport all the way at the South Boston. 93 on the northbound side, and then so from Quincy all the way at the Dorchester. Surface Expressway to southbound side, and it's slow from the Dorchester stretch. Route 3 on the northbound side, and so from 18 and way before all the way to the Braintree split. 128 on the northbound side, and then so from Denver side to Salem. 128 on the southbound side, at the Litchfield all the way at the Woburn, and 120 on the northbound side, so from the Route 1 and 95 in Peabody. 93 to the southbound side, and then so from 60 to Bedford all the way to the Zakin Bridge. Route 1 to the southbound side, and then so before Route 93. 93 on the northbound side, and then so from 60 to Medford all the way up to Route 128 in Peabody. 128 in Redding, 93 to the southbound side, and then so before 128 in Redding. Route 3 to the southbound side, also the Bill Wicker stretch. 495 on the northbound side, and then so from Route 2 in Lowellton all the way up to Westford. Out in central western Massachusetts, I-91 on the northbound side, and then so from 57 in Springfield all the way up to 291. But the Mass Pike otherwise looking good from Weston all the way at the Stockbridge. Up in Northern New England, 101 on the westbound side, lows up to the Everett Turnpike. And I-89 and I-91 on the southbound side is slow after the Canadian border. I-87 on the southbound side is slow after the Canadian border up in Plattsburgh, New York. In Plattsburgh, I-87 above is also the Plattsburgh stretch. And I-91 on the southbound side is also before I-84 in Hartford. I-84 on the westbound side is slow from Newtown all the way to Danbury. Merritt Park rated on the southbound side slow from Bridgeport all the way to Stamford. 95 on the southbound side slow from Fairfield to Stamford, and 95 on the northbound side is from 287 to Greenwich, Connecticut. And 95 on the northbound side also in New Haven. And highways and byways, New York State City Oswego. But 87 on the southbound side, little so before 787 in Troy, New York. Alright, look at that transit alert on the MBTA. Still on S4 experiencing by delays in the traffic. And on the commuter rail, Worcester train 505, 7:15 a.m. from South Station to operate 5 to 10 minutes. Beyond schedule between Framingham and Worcester due to track work. Worcester train 587, 7:26 a.m. and outbound is operated 15, 20 minutes beyond schedule between Yawkey and Framingham due to train traffic. And on the ferries, they are looking again. Peter Chell News Time, 8:13 on this Friday morning. And it's time now for weather report for today. Says guys about 88 degrees. Light and variable. Wind coming to north east about 5 to 7 miles in the morning. Tonight, clear skies about 53 degrees. Southeast about 5 miles in the coming to DG. For Saturday, sunny skies about 80 degrees. Coming to east about 5 to 8 miles in the morning. Saturday night, punch bug after 5 a.m. west. Clear skies about 53 degrees. Southeast about 5 miles coming in the evening. Sunday, punch bug for 7 a.m. west. South skies about 84 degrees. Coming southeast about 5 miles in the afternoon. Saturday night, punch bug after 5 a.m. west. Punch skies about 36 degrees. Monday, punch bug for 7 a.m. west. Both sides skies about 83 degrees. Monday night, punch bug after 3 a.m. west. Both skies about 62 degrees. Tuesday, check the showers and thunderstorms. Put the sun skies about 83 degrees. Just mentioned 40%. So that check the showers and thunderstorms. Punch bug after 3 a.m. west. Both skies about 61 degrees. Just mentioned 30%. Wednesday, punch bug west. Put to the podcast about 58 degrees. And for Thursday, most of the skies about 81 degrees. Currently here, not near, it is fair skies, 67 degrees. Humidity 68%, 19 above Celsius. So that is going to be it for the Peter Channel morning news on this June 24th, 2016, and on a Friday morning. Viewers, I hope you have a good morning, good presentation. I hope you have a good day.